Okay, I think I'm back. That was real weird. Okay. This is... The stream lagged at this point, so I'm starting back from here again. But yeah, they're going to react into A. This is a really nice, like, crunch. They react into A, straight into the Cypher utility. Clones get rid of one of the trips, but not the other one. Nice from that. I mean, what a nice round. Just to force the pace out from BBL. And now the cages, look at these ratty fucking cages from Nats. Dude, this setup is disgusting. Oh my god, Team Liquid are playing this really nicely. Fantastic decision of when to use the set plays. Oh nice, we got attack timeout as well, so we can probably go back to live. Hello? Okay, yeah, we're here. Team Liquid are playing this really well. They're doing the same thing that Cloud9 were, where you have a super defensive comp, but you mix in some aggressive rounds in order to throw off your opponent. So Liquid are not mixing up their defensive setup as often. They still have the Cypher playing A almost every round. But they are throwing in a lot of, like, on the pistol round, on round 5, they do an aggro push. In fact, actually, pistol round 3 and round 5, they've done aggressive pushes. Every time BBL have had a rifle, they've done something aggressive. I think they'll chill out now, though. I think they'll play a slower round for round 7.
Triple kill, 1 for confidence, 6 rounds for Liquid.
Yeah, they had Teho ult and Yoru ult.
Like BBL have definitely been in the kitchen cooking stuff up. We saw the icebox comp. Now we're moving on.
Do I like Yoru ult? Yeah, it's a great ultimate.
There's one thing that's got to be sure of is the fact that there's definitely a fire in the kitchen.
Okay, so now you play slow
just look at a bit overdone.
for Liquid.
Now, I like that little piece on the eco, which they're a bit happier to invest. As you say, they do have several strong ultimates.
They have swapped up their defensive setup as well. So trip in mid,
probably the strongest ult that you could be looking
trip
for
at B main, and put the deadlock util over towards A.
Fighting in front of it. BBL considering it, salvos to take him off the line.
At what point here does Cyril use the wall? Oh, they Gravnet tried to re-clear A main. So they're playing pretty aggressive in both of the extremities. What is Magnum up to?
As I said before, it's the solo player. He used
Why is he...
early to get the B space.
I mean, he knows that they've been fighting B main, and then he's heard that they're fighting A main, so he just thinks that Cat is going to be empty. But yeah, he's wrong.
And Liquid's so ready and willing to go and fight and push forward again. Out from short, peeking, seeing what's there.
I think these kind of compositions are so difficult to get a read on when you're attacking as the IGL. But I do think they're mostly going to leave mid empty. I think Yampi's got the right idea here.
It's an opportunity for BBL to give this one a go. Still Yampy.
Problem is you're in a 4v5. Alright, so they're ulting as if they're going on a B split. Yampy's calling a fake, and instead they're going to walk into A. So this is going to be on Serial, and he's looking the wrong way. Alright, now it's on Kiko. Oh my god, he's so good. Dude, that little aim adjustment is so fucking good from Kiko. And then he even gets the smoke down for Patty to play inside of. My god, Kiko is good. Dude, that's such a nice... Even though BBL had a good idea there of the B fake, Kiko individually just gets him across the line. Sneaky guy, thank you for the 39 months. I need to eat my breakfast.
I mean, this for me, from Magnum, makes no sense. Great play from Kiko to stabilize the situation. I thought BBL had found themselves in a great position mid-round. Serial committed to switch. That's where he falls. The ult, the Cosmic Divide, to literally just isolate that one area. Yeah. Liquid not react to it with any proactivity.
Hotel refrigerators always are so cold. They're like a couple of degrees away from just freezing the burrito.
Obviously that's not what happened.
Layers to it.
Yeah.
Here comes the ult. It's used on an eco instead, and you feel as if this one really has to stick.
Sneaky guy, thank you for the 39 months, as I said.
It's a
super early Armageddon that comes across lane.
So this time they're running another fake, and they're in on A. So this is the first. Isn't this the first time they're going to get the plant down? I think I think this is literally the first plant for BBL.
Down to the last 3 players up against 5.
I mean, you're looking at Sociable's Guardian.
How has Serial been looking? I would say
this is all happening. You've got to be looking at Team Liquid
good.
coming from every avenue.
Not like great, but good.
Snake pit, he falls. Serial adding further woes to the BBL side.
Or maybe you could say fine. Maybe even good is a bit too like a bit too out there, but he's fit the system. He's playing a bunch of roles that they need him to. I think they've got the wrong idea of him playing Astra on Haven. I think that's a mistake.
The rounds are close, but doesn't quite cut it.
But yeah, I think he was playing.
Command, as I said before, this huge tool into
I think he was playing well on map 1. I think he's playing pretty well now on map 3. He knows what his job is.
We've not seen them on the
Map 2, the whole team didn't really have a clue what they were up to, so yeah, seems fine, seems good.
To pinpoint right now. That's exactly what Pal will be aiming to do as Mark New watches on.
Major TMV crash out ongoing. Why is he crashing out? Is he crashing out because he thinks the BBL comp is shit or they're playing it wrong or something?
It's not the story today on Ascent.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's clear frustration coming through from the PBL coaching staff here, especially with like how loose the ultimate usage has been with no sort of backup to it. On top of that,
they're playing
like,
it wrong.
Liquid have just had the run of it.
Dude, I don't really know how you play this right.
I always feel as if you're favouring Team Liquid in those, and BBL when they get these site takes.
You can't really.
When's the last time you felt BBL had an advantage going
You can't really do some like big elaborate site exec because you're just gonna get fucked by the center user.
In a good spot.
Ask you a rhetorical question.
Yeah, well, I was going to
understand what you're saying, and I think right now for BBL, a focus that you see from a lot of the team com videos as well.
Magnum was running it down. Magnum is fucking sending it. He's been having some bad moments. But I think Yampi's starting to get a read on what is going on here. And he's realized that mid is weak.
Not to be that guy, but look at the scoreboard as a comparison between the two teams. You know, well, Patty only has 4 kills. Yampy has 0, the opposite number, right?
They're not even flashing into A main here. Alright, now the flash comes through. Okay. So they counter the A main re-clear. They're going to drone over towards Cat. Yampy knows that there's only a trip holding mid. Like, surely we're going down mid. Right? I think all of this A split pressure is just a fake. Camo was defending this time. And it does go into a B split. Here comes Profect through B main.
Trying to get something, and Kiko's so hot on the mark. Magnum at least gets the trade out, but still more.
The Kiko ult into the back B site is just perfect for flood defending. It's just perfect. It just looks so good from Liquid.
To have a retort from BBL.
Another staggered
what the fuck do you do against these comps?
There was no trap to defend the site, nothing at all. Camo with a cerebral timing.
They've put so much pressure in this round on A main and Catwalk.
And the rest of BBL
There's 3 players over on A, and then they've created an opportunity to split B.
It's what we mentioned about this comp before.
In theory, they're in a 5v2 split B scenario, and then Kiko just ults back B, Camo gets a kill on Yampy, and it's over. The round's just over. It's nasty.
Seeing if they can trigger that A trap as well, using extra steps through the fake out. Still, look, Team Liquid don't need to panic. On top of that drone's massive in terms of the information. 3 players identified through mid.
If you realise what the defensive setup is, you've got a chance. Or if you gamble correctly, like this round, if you sent 4 players down Catwalk and it was only being defended by 1 trip, like yeah, you've gambled correctly and you're going to win a round. But aside from getting lucky,
it's going to have to go ahead and win BBL there first.
Only 50 points of health as well. He's baited the players in. A tap of the spike, but look at Kiko. He was away. Oh,
you're in a bad spot.
Look at Nats. Most important, most experienced, the leader of Team Liquid, finds double digits in the first half.
They should have at least had one round here though when they had the KO ult.
Being someone who people need to follow by example. The amount of impact moments that he has had throughout this series, starting on Fracture.
It does feel like a 13-0,
in this
yeah.
situation now, exactly what you want to see, Kiko. Yeah, a couple missed bullets against his former teammate.
Yeah,
nothing more than just that.
Dimensional drift.
All right, Magnum is one away from getting his ult.
As well, a lot of those ultimates coming up online for BBL, and they need them to at least get to a lifeline for the second half.
Hanging off the olive branch in every sense of the word. 1 foot already in the grave. BBL.
Are they not going to try to get the KO ult here?
Some rounds under their belt. Reminds me a lot of the game we saw in Game Changers, EMEA with G2 and GX on this map. Defender-sided dominance, but
just getting a little bit of information. They spot out where Kiko is.
You know, to work with by the time you get to that side.
All right, here comes the KO ult.
Heavily here to take the A site, and
all right, this should be a round for BBL.
It is overlooked. Profek with one back.
At the same time,
then again, Serial has ult.
Once again, there's already a
oh my god, was Yampy even shooting back there?
Through heaven, getting to BBL just continue to hinder themselves.
It is planted for
there's nowhere to go.
sure, but the door is locked.
It's stuck through door. Identified. Profek.
Oh, Profek gets two, but he can't get more. Jesus Christ. What the hell was going on there for BBL in the post plan? Or they finally got a winnable situation. And then Yampy's just, they have no control over heaven at all.
Brilliant timing on the barrier mesh to just drop it in the door frame. So many of these rounds.
Do you think Ascent is broken, or is it just a matter of time until someone counters a double senti?
Back from Bangkok, it's been a bounce back.
I think it might be broken. Not gonna lie.
And their former servant on the receiving end is history against this team.
I think it might be a bit broken.
Up until now has not looked great.
Because I think even if BBL played really well in this half, if you didn't win the pistol and you didn't win the, if you don't win the rounds early where Team Liquid's going aggressive, you're still going to get, you're just going to get 8-4, 9-3, something like that every time.
But yeah, I think, for as much as we can criticise BBL, I think we can really compliment Team Liquid for how they've played so far. Not only just,
but remember, Team Liquid went aggressive round 1. That was a winnable opportunity for BBL. They went aggressive round 3. That was a very winnable opportunity for BBL, actually. Though the mid round and the late round were good from Team Liquid. And then round 5, they did a tiles crunch, which, yeah, BBL definitely could have won that. It was just unfortunate that they had only one player in tiles who got fucking owned. There is a little bit of, luck and skill in terms of Team Liquid getting the ball rolling at the start. But then as soon as their comp is online, it looks, yeah, it looks filthy. And honestly, I think it's even better when you put the Vice in there. I don't know what the fuck happened with my YouTube stream. I think the YouTube stream full died. I'm not sure with you. What's happened? Did it start a new stream or something? I don't know what the fuck happened to... when my internet died, the whole of my YouTube stream died. You sound sniffly. I am actually. I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't think I have any Liquid players on my team for VFL. But I also don't have any BBL players, so...
With BBL trying to
There was a little bit of
new
turbulence, Kevin, but
legacy for
not a
themselves
huge
and pin
amount.
down some consistent success. They have been stopped dead in their tracks by Liquid, and now posed with the possibility of picking up a record.
FBX Fracture, thank you very much for the tier 3 sub. That's super kind of you.
EMEA from Fnatic beating
Really? That was the last time we had a 13-0? Come on, Liquid. Let's make some history.
3 years ago.
Yeah, that's not something you want to hold on to. I guess one round at a time for BBL, right? Like,
You don't say.
Let's make some history.
No, but like,
As soon as this game's over, by the way, I have to
something.
leave.
As you
Because
look
I need
towards
to
the
be
triple
at work in
initiator,
half an
they'll be
hour.
able to go and try and fight. You'll be looking for the combos with the Astra, the Fade, and the Tail, which we never seen much of on the attack.
Yeah, it's Oglu.
Maybe it has more effect on the defense.
Inexperience.
OG
was
London
cited by
United.
Liquid
Oglu.
as the reason for their shortcomings on the international stage. This looks to be a professional performance from front to back. One round on the attack side to do it. Coming into the
I just got back. What's happening? They played an extremely defense-sided composition, won all of the rounds.
Yeah, need to try and get something
No, no, the dream. Wait, the dream might still be alive. Serial with the dream? Imagine being BBL and actually fucking trying when you're down 12-0. Like, just give up, man. This is something that I think sports does a very bad job of teaching people. Sometimes you should just fucking give up. Wait. The 1v3?
Nats has already had it depacked in this series. Now he wants a little bit more. It's a 1 versus 1 right up behind. Yumpy in his face to get that first round on the board as BBL break the ice.
Hey, at least I'm not getting that record, right? That's the big thing in the back pocket.
What's the point anymore?
Scrolling through the tomes, the annals of VCT EMEA history.
What's the point, man?
3 years, and then this from BBL is great. Just to highlight a little bit of the micro as well. Shutting the door was actually a decent idea, I think, on paper.
Yeah, I agree.
Slightly overlooked Nats coming through it, but then fighting main, you know, having a priority when you know you're getting split pushed.
Listen, this is the copest of cope takes, but remember, Ascent does tend to lie on that defender bias.
That's what I was saying, that was a 10-2 half. It was a 10-2 half, that G2
Not the
GX
casters
game,
really
so
trying to sell me on the 12-12.
With 3 initiators though, I didn't have that in the script. Magnum's judge. Brilliant work.
Yeah, really nicely done. Sociable's taking a great time in it. Okay, nice round. End zone flawless.
What does BBL stand
That's what we
for?
like to see. 2 rounds for
Why would
BBL,
you
one
go...
at a time, as you
I
said.
mean,
That's it. That's all you can
Donny
do.
Shajan,
And on
you've
top of
just
that, an end zone
self-reported
flawless,
yourself
makes
as
your
a little
bonus that little bit scarier,
pawn-pilled
which you have to
goon
win.
maxer.
There's no
Most people, I think, would look at BBL and they'd be thinking Brazilian butt lift.
Spend everything, you know,
Wouldn't they?
there are no
It's the
credits
name
to
of an
be
extremely
saved
famous
here.
surgery
Okay,
that
we're going to
women
go away from the replay.
tend to get.
If Levin doesn't buy heavy shields, if someone doesn't tell Levin to buy heavy shields on this round...
Time to jump. He's saving for the next one.
No, that... Where is it?
As for what it actually means, I have no idea in Valorant. What the hell does it mean in Valorant?
You know?
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
The slig pen's already been whipped out, so...
Bald Balatro lover.
At the same time, though, Levin, he's gone walkies, mate. Found himself towards top
Beautiful,
mid,
bald
and
lads.
unfortunately-
Well,
Is that why they signed
actually,
Profec?
To be fair, I think he just knew, so that's fine,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
Get away with those once in a while.
And also at the same time, BBL, they take space towards B main. They're starting to push across the map. I think they should start to have an idea about this being A-sided.
I assume it's something in Turkish.
Fantastic position to gatekeep B right now. BBL playing with fire. Mid left open. They realise that this is what you've got to go for, right? Liquid
BBL
gonna be
Queens
fairly
is a
execute
very,
heavy.
very fucking
On
funny
default, look for a gap
team.
and then try and exploit it.
And that's the
Through those combos.
And the big thing for BBL is they cannot let Team Liquid set up with the double initiators, or double sentinels, sorry.
It's the name of the guy who owns the
Absolutely
org.
horrid.
What? Like Edward Gaming? His name's like
Profec finally spotting out.
Bobble. or something.
Players, Camo caught by the C's, drop back into short they go. That's Nat's position. Prophet looking
Oh,
to
wait,
hold
his
the line.
actual
What
name
could
is
be
Big
the
Boss
last
Life.
time? Support arriving.
Oh.
The captain's on the scene.
I thought you guys were
It's
trolling
Yankee
with
to
that
drag
one.
Liquid
There was so
down.
many one guys in the chat. Is this the end?
The last two remaining players on BBL reconvene, get together. They still have
Anonymous
two
Gifter,
flashes on
thank you for the
Magnum
gifted
to
sub to
work with.
Big Balls Lover.
Looking to stop their future from finishing off this map here and now.
Oh,
Yankee in the
for
heavens,
God's
it's
sake.
Magnum on
We
the
go
drop
again.
down.
We go
Charge is
again. We go
gone.
further. We go
Phantom is
again.
good. 3 rounds BBL. This show doesn't stop
Is that a
just
thing
yet.
that people
Yeah, I feel
are
as if
into?
we're watching a guy
Large
be resuscitated
balls.
on the operating table every single time.
Guys, these first rounds, they will just do stupid things to try to win the game, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that.
Now, Yampi, I ask you this question. Do you expect the Stinger buy, though? Is that his sort of...
Is it something that people are genuinely into? Large balls. Because I don't see the attraction. Like, to me, balls are some of the least attractive parts of
Well, they need to
any
be careful
human's
of this
body.
Stinger buy. As Yampy said, silly things could come to light.
We've got a lineup here from Serial as well. That should be dropping into market. I'll be playing from that position right now. Tech has salvos, of course. The cage just a threat.
You might be straight.
That's done this a few times already.
I'm just saying,
Lineup is still there, but there's no player
Okay.
in that position right now. Not unless
even though I'm
Nicholas
straight, there's
rotate.
plenty of parts of the male body
This is nice stall out
that I
from
could see
BBL.
being
Look at the
attractive.
utility that they have. The triple initiator doing really
The-
well right now.
The timing was
The
completely
wrinkly
off
ass
there as well as
testicles are not one of
Liquid
them.
looking to get up in their face. Yumpy continuing to just pad out the stats as so far as the rounds go on. That's a triple kill from him now, but cause for concern in this round. 3 versus 2. Swiftly settled. 11 and sociable. The turns
The fake
on the
comeback.
scene.
The fake comeback is
Shut down Team
beginning.
Liquid.
Hey, listen, this is looking like a possibility, but we can never really like be excited about it because of how close
Yeah.
Liquid are to closing it out.
Okay, how many...
People who are into balls
would
should be
make
called
you worry
scrotal
this position right now?
scholars.
When did the warning lights pop up for you?
It gets to 12-8,
That's very
when
intellectual.
like flashing.
Okay.
I think a lot of people who are into
I know we
balls
had Pansy the other day talking
probably
about,
just
flight
are not
attendants.
thinking about it
They
on
have
such
a
an
worried
intellectual
sign on their
basis
face
to
that you
be
know that the plane is
discussed as a
fear,
scholar.
of course, a little bit.
But
BBL
possibly.
seem to be on track right
Possibly.
now. We've got an Odin in the hands of Profek.
The other thing you have to remember, right, is right now BBL have no timeout, so it's just cruise control and gotta let the players go.
BBL, I need you to
Just
roll
breaking
over
off
and
the
die
shielding of Link
soon,
with
because
the
I gotta go to work.
Odin looking for a spam off of a reveal, perhaps. Some damage.
Here.
Is the paranoia gone?
All done. Yeah, with still plenty of tools to work with. Ooh. Magnum's knife in the next 10 seconds, but I don't think he's
So
going to get a
you're
heads up
saying
on the
gay
short
men
play.
and straight women are
It needs to
incapable
be
of being
careful, but I don't even know if
intellectual?
Liquid are gonna
Wow,
commit to this
Tory.
properly, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, brilliant angle from Magnum. Just
Magnum
saw
playing
through
on the
the
KO
slit.
angle.
Nat's now removed. The fake out broken.
What?
Evan walking in solo. Don't worry, that wasn't a camo.
I thought it was.
180 flick.
I mean, Magnum gave us a 360 Elliot,
Yeah.
and he'll need to give us more than that right now.
I don't like this angle
Team
from Magnum
Liquid's
again,
head
though.
spinning,
Oh, he
drops
gets out,
back
though.
With the flash, salvos
Good
at
flash.
his feet, it's a bit of damage. Profek's Odin out in the open.
Magnum?
Magnum last line of
Okay,
defense
it's over.
again.
Okay,
Finally
it's
he
over.
falls.
Hallelujah.
Liquid in
I
position.
can go to work.
3 versus 2 situation, and in terms of the retake, your Prowlers and Drone are gone. It is just that Horn and the salvos when the time arrives.
Listen, probably waiting to use the C's and the salvos at the same time. As identifies Sociable, making his way through A main. Yampy, chance to isolate, sees the gun barrel but can't win it. Now a 1v3,
Okay,
which
13-4.
cannot be won out. Team Liquid.
Not as impressive as the
convert
13-0 that they could have gotten.
Ascent and return to winning ways.
But yeah,
in
that's,
exactly the kind of form that you expect from a team
that's a
who
good
wants to
win
be at the top
for Liquid.
of Group Omega. BBL
After
missed
they
an
had a bit of a
opportunity.
shaky
That
opening to
last
stage
map got
1.
out of control
That's
far
a
too
good win
quickly.
over a
The same
team that
thing
was,
Liquid said
you know,
against
rivaling
Mixed,
them
they had that
during
burnout
kickoff.
as the games
So-
went on. They played more maps than almost anyone else.
Yeah, good performance.
globally. They're in the top 3
A
for that
better
metric,
composition on the
yet
Sen, for
still,
sure.
They're showing no signs of stopping here.
I think as well, like
Okay.
narratively speaking.
Sliggy raid?
coming out of
Yeah,
this
I'll
game,
raid like Sliggy or
this is a
TMV or
really
someone.
big going, right? Because everyone was starting to take...
Sliggy's raided me a
BBL
couple of times
seriously,
recently, so I'm
wondering
going to go and
what
watch. I'm going to raid
can they do,
Sliggy.
what damage can be done in this group. But on top of that, though, right, what we've seen Liquid...
Guys, what is Sliggy's Twitch again? Is it Sliggy TV or is it like Sliggy_TV or something?
How quickly they can adapt and bring forward new ideas. What they brought forward was really
Sliggy
nice.
TV, yeah.
On the
This is Alice. Bren just got out of the shower, butt-ass naked, and was like, Wilkinson, open your blinds. There are certain things that I think we could keep to the imagination in a casting duo, and me furiously closing the blinds further. All right. Enjoy the next game. I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day, but I'll be back again tomorrow to do the EMEA games, and then maybe at some point this week I'll do some Balatro action for you. I should also have a YouTube video out for you this week about Sylvan's assists at Masters Bangkok. It's a fucking crazy story. It's wild, but I'm hoping to have that video out this week. All right. For now, though, I will send you over to Sliggy. You aren't a real duo until you've docked. Yeah, it turns out I've never had a real casting duo, apparently. All right, bye.